corrected my stats there, but either 50% or better. Just how much did that play into keeping the offense on the field and wearing them down?
Well, it's a difference maker in a lot of ways. I think that Caleb played well yesterday. We have two types of stats. You have the official stats, and you also have quarterback stats. But Caleb was in for 43 plays. His official stats he was 14 of 21. His quarterback stats, he was 17 of 19. We changed some things. He threw it away twice to avoid a sack, which he wasn't doing in the first game. So that's a big step. So you take those two plays out of it, and then you have two drops. So you add those two in, and then we had one batted down, and then we had a penalty. You take those out of the game, and he's 17 for 19, which is really good. So I think Caleb has gotten a lot better. I was pleased with our offensive line to go into the game with as many guys as we had out and to play as well as we did. We were really surprised by how much Minnesota blitzed yesterday. They blitzed or slant or angled their front probably about 80% of the time. That really hasn't been their MO in the previous games prior to ours. So I thought our offensive line did a good job protecting Caleb, and I think he played very well yesterday. I think that was a difference maker on third down. We didn't have as many third and longs or third and extra longs, and that increases your odds of being successful, and it made a difference in the game.
You think he seems like he was especially good in that no-huddle kind of hurry-up offense to start the game?
Well, he was in some ways. He was, maybe we weren't. We raced to the line of scrimmage a couple of times to try to set the tempo. We like to change the tempo of our offense. Sometimes we huddle up, sometimes we slow it down, sometimes we hurry it up, and we got some penalties early in the game. Some guys flinched and moved a little bit. We kept the same personnel out there a couple times when we broke the huddle and raced up to the line of scrimmage to hurry up with the play, and I thought the official needed to back up out of the way a lot sooner than what he did, and that got us out of sync a little bit. They brought a lot of pressure, and sometimes if you can line up and call your plays fast, sometimes that can minimize the amount of pressure that the defense can bring. That's been good for us throughout the course of the year on several occasions.
You feel like Caleb's got a pretty good handle on the tempo of the offense that you want?
Yes. I think they both did yesterday. I thought Robert really improved his play yesterday. I think he had about 28 plays, and he was 4 of 6 official stats-wise, 5 of 6 quarterback stat-wise. He had a drop that would have been an easy catch. His first drive, he had his first time out there, he had an 11-play drive for a touchdown, and I thought it was the best that he's managed a game, and the best he has stayed within the system since he has been a quarterback at Purdue. So I thought he showed a great progress yesterday, and Caleb as well. Caleb was out there yesterday. His first 3 drives, he had 2 touchdowns and a field goal, or we had 2 touchdowns and a field goal. So I thought our quarterback play was good yesterday.
But you guys talked after the game about being really especially focused coming off that loss last week and maybe having a different approach in practice. Did you see them? I mean, did they seem more focused? Did they seem to have a different attitude in practice? Or is that just maybe something, when you get a victory like that, then you can kind of point to?
No, you saw the game. It was certainly different.
Yeah.
And we want to win. And we came out, we practiced hard. I thought we played somewhat with a bit of a chip on our shoulder. We were a much more aggressive football team. A lot of that has to do, I think, is shrinking the packages down on both sides of the ball. We didn't go into the game with near as much offensively. Really hung our hat on our bread and butter plays that we installed early in camp. Reduced a lot of what we had in from a defensive packages, if you will, and I thought that allowed us to execute better and to play a lot more aggressive. They had a lot of fun. I thought we set the tempo of the game early, particularly on the defensive side of the ball. We tackled a lot better and attacked the line of scrimmage a lot better, and I thought we took a big step as a football team yesterday.
After watching the film, just how you guys tackled, I understand it's a different opponent than the week before, but just did you like that phase of the game? Did you feel like you got better in the tackling part from the previous week?
I think that we played better in every phase of the game defensively. Assignment, alignment, attacking the line of scrimmage, swarming to the football, execution, tackling, all of it I thought was better yesterday from a defensive standpoint. Offensively as well, in most phases of our game, they brought a lot of pressure and a lot of movement, and sometimes that's a challenge to the offensive line. But I thought they did a heck of a job anyway, based on the amount that they brought. But definitely was a difference yesterday in our defense. No question about it.
It's early in the week to determine whether you have Kitchens for Saturday.
I'm not sure exactly where that'll be at. We didn't practice today. We're optimistic based on the medical report. Trevor Ford did a great job yesterday. I thought he played very, very well. I was really high on Trevor in the recruiting process. I think he's a heck of a talent. He has very, very quick feet, a very large body, very tall, very long. He's always played in practice with an attitude, get after it type attitude. It's unfortunate that he's had as many shoulder issues as he had early in his career, because that slowed his strength development down some and took some of his reps away. But I thought he played really well yesterday, and was really pleased with him.
What's it say about your offensive line that you're able to insert a guy like Trevor Ford and still not really lose anything and still generate the 200 yards of rushing?
I thought our line played well, and again, we kept it simple, and that helps a lot. We were able to keep him off balance some with the passing game. I'm not surprised to see him play well yesterday. I was pleased to see us be able to play as well against the amount of pressure that they brought. I think our offensive line is getting better. I think we have some talent on our offensive line, and I think they're coming together. I think we'll continue to get better throughout the course of the season. I think it's the same with all of our football team right now.
You used on special teams the kickoff coverage. You know, you had Ricardo out there, Josh Johnson out there. Really some speed. It seemed like you lined up maybe at the top half. Is that something? And then you mixed guys in too. Is that just a matter of trying to keep guys fresh? They have that speed out there. Or?
Well, we started off with the same guys we've been playing with,
right.
And as the game went on, we tried to get some younger guys in the game to try to give them some experience. It was pretty hot yesterday for this time of year. It was about 85 degrees. Without a heat index, and we played hard and tough throughout the course of the game, so we wanted to get some younger guys in. But we started the game off with our number one unit,